You think you own a dog. You buy them food. You build them beds. You cancel plans because they look sad. You literally pick up their poop with your bare hands, separated only by a thin plastic bag, and you do it with a smile. So let me ask you something. Who's really in charge here? Because the story you've been told that humans domesticated dogs is only half true. The full story is stranger, darker, and honestly a little embarrassing for our species. Because if you look at the evidence closely, dogs didn't just let us domesticate them. They engineered it, and we never even saw it coming. This is the story of the greatest long con in the history of life on Earth. To understand how this happened, forget everything you know about dogs for a moment. Go back 40,000 years. Ice Age. No cities, no farms. Humanity is just another struggling species. Small bands of people hunting mammoths, gathering roots, sleeping in caves, and desperately hoping they make it to morning. Now picture the gray wolf. Not a Labrador, not a beagle. A gray wolf. 6 feet long, 60 pounds of muscle, teeth, and territorial fury. The apex predator of the Northern Hemisphere. Wolves and humans weren't friends. They were competitors. They hunted the same animals. They lived in the same territories. In many ways, they were mirror images of each other. Pack hunters, deeply social, fiercely protective of their own. The idea that one of these animals would one day be sleeping in the other's bed? Insane. Impossible. And yet, here we are. So how did it happen? And more importantly, who started it? Here's the scene. A human camp, sometime around 20,000 years ago. It's night, there's a fire. People are eating mammoth, maybe deer. And like humans have always done, they're making a mess. Bones everywhere, scraps, waste, out in the darkness just beyond the firelight. Something is watching. A wolf. But not just any wolf, one of the calmer ones. One of the ones that doesn't immediately panic at the sight of humans. It creeps closer, not to attack. It's not stupid, just to eat the scraps. The humans notice, they tense. But the wolf doesn't growl, doesn't lunge. It just eats, then disappears into the night. It comes back the next night, and the next. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Because there were other wolves too. The aggressive ones, the ones that snapped and snarled, got chased off, spears thrown, some were killed. The skittish ones, they bolted before getting close enough. But this one, this calm, non-threatening, perfectly behaved wolf, it kept getting fed. Without realizing it, humans had just started running an experiment, and the wolves were already winning. Here's what nobody talks about when they tell this story. The wolves that survived near human camps weren't just getting food, they were getting a massive evolutionary advantage. More food meant more energy. More energy meant more pups. More pups meant more copies of their calm, human-tolerant genes being passed on. Generation after generation, something was shifting. The friendly wolves were thriving. The aggressive wolves were dying out or being pushed away. Nobody planned this. No human sat down and said, "Let's breed calmer wolves." It just happened. As a side effect of humans being messy and wolves being opportunistic. Scientists call this self-domestication, and the physical changes that followed are genuinely bizarre. Floppy ears, wolves don't have them. Dogs do. Smaller teeth, shorter snouts, curly tails, spotted coats, and perhaps most critically of all, bigger, rounder, more expressive eyes. These aren't random mutations. These are the hallmarks of something called neoteny, the retention of juvenile features into adulthood. In other words, these proto-dogs were evolving to look like puppies permanently. And here's the dark genius of that. Because there is no human brain on Earth that can look at a round-eyed, floppy-eared, soft-faced creature and not feel something deep, something ancient, something that says, protect this thing. The wolves had found the back door into the human brain, and they walked right through it.